2000 Chevrolet Tahoe. She's mixing water and oil, fellas. This is going to be fun. Welcome to Chrisman Garage. All right, here we are, 2000. You can see we got her tore all two pieces right now. Let me show y'all something that you don't want to see. That's what oil looks like when water mixes with it. This is a 350 Chevrolet, 5.7 liter, small block. And good motor. But they are notorious, this particular year model, about blowing the intake gasket. We pulled all the plugs out. That's the first thing we did when we noticed it was mixing water and oil. We pulled all the plugs out, and I mean, they looked okay. I'm not crazy about those plugs, but you know, they looked okay. We're going to put the same ones back in just because we're trying to get this guy back on the road. We pulled a compression check. Good compression. That told me that odds are of it being a blowed head gasket wasn't all that good. So we're saying that it's not a blowed head gasket. So we went on and popped the intake off, and sure enough, look down here. Oh, the intake gasket. Look at that. And right here, look at that. You know what that is, fellas? That is an intake gasket that has gone to the bad. And what she does is, when you put the oil in there, or when you put, when you put the water in there, she runs in this galley and runs right out into the valley of the motor and just runs right down in the oil pan. So, yeah, we got new gaskets up here. Here's the new gaskets. We've got the motor tore apart. We're going to flush it out with some oil and probably change the oil in it again real quick to get all this water out of here. We got the intake over here. And we got her cleaned up, ready to go back in. So we're going to probably try to time lapse going back together. But it wasn't bad, fellas. The worst part about this whole job, let me show you. You see this old bracket right here? Yeah. Notice how it's pulled forward a little bit right now. But we had to loosen up some bolts on this thing, slide this forward, because this bolt right here, you can't get to it. Yep, these are the vorticular heads. And you can tell that by the way that they are. The bolts go straight down here and straight down there, and there's no bolts in the middle. So that's a true tell sign of one of the vortex heads. I know there's a couple different kinds, and I'll probably get some slack on that, but it doesn't really matter to me. So anyhow, let's get on that time lapse, and we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Maybe this will fix it. All right, guys, see this gasket here? These things are super nice. They got like O-rings made in them, the old Fel-Pro gaskets. Fel-Pro. They've got clips here, and here. And what they do is they pop down in clips. That way you ain't never got to worry about it sliding. I mean, this is a good design, fellas. I like it. Once you put these intake gaskets on, you got to put a bead of silicone around what we call the China wall down there. I think you can see it. That's part of it right there. Woo, woo, woo. Look at the little China wall. When the intake sets down on it, the old room temperature vulcanization cream just eases out, ends, and seals it up. That's way too much silicone. Perfect. Let me talk about this just a second, fellas. This bracket, what went on that? The AC pump went on this bracket here, plus the power steering's down there. We had to take 3 bolts and a nut off of a stud to slide it back out of the way to get that bolt out. And these bolts are just the bolts that went back in there. You just have to dig around till you find them all, fellas. They're 15, and the ones that hold the air pump on, the AC pump on, or the ice cube maker there, is 13s that go on the top. We just about got this thing back together. We're putting the finishing touches on it. We got wiring harness hooked up. He's hooking the old go fast pedal back up. The cruise control cable there. We got to hook this up yet. That goes over up underneath there. We got a few small things left to do, and when we get all these things done, we got to get, as the Chevrolet is notorious about this heater hose, this bracket here. Let me show you. This bracket here that's got the O-rings in it. Yeah, that thing was all to pieces. The O-ring was messed up. You can buy these new right on the help section at the parts store. We're going to go to O'Reilly's and get one of those, put one of those new in there. And that'll be tomorrow because it's got late tonight. But I'll give you all an update when we get it done. Thank you all for watching. All right, we got this truck back together here. We've got the intake back on. We've got the, we changed the oil. I'm going to recommend to the guy, but 1 tank of gas through it. And then change the oil again because it's still got some remnant of water in there. But Fellers, that fixed it. We got it back together. Check this out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's running good. Not mixing water and oil. She runs out good. She got a little exhaust leak, but hey, you know, that's what teenagers like nowadays. So, y'all remember, until next time, if she's giving trouble, she's going to the bad.